Well, hello there. Welcome back. Today is the hump day, if I got it correctly, which is Wednesday. Welcome to the stream. And today, as usual, we have a lot of work to do. But first, let me check if everything is working. Control chat message. Okay, it looks like this one is on. And the streams, both Twitch and YouTube, seems to be okay as well. I hope you can hear me okay as well. Okay, so let's get started. There's a lot of work to do today, and I don't want to waste too much time. So just a quick recap from our stream on Monday. We were working on... Hello, MiBox. Not quite sure if it's a bot or a real person. Anyway, hello, welcome. Good to have you here. So on our stream on Monday, we were working on the encoder mount because we want to substitute the small encoders that I showed you some time ago, and we would like to substitute it with a normal one. It's me, Mario. Hello, Mario. Good to have you. Cool. Okay, so we wanted to substitute the small encoders, which are slowly running out of stock, with the normal ones that are readily available. So our first attempt was at 90-degree encoder, which is this one actually. Yep, looks like this. So we've built a housing for it that was supposed to keep it in place once we mount it, and like a whole part that would go together with it. So this is more or less the attachment for the keyboard for the encoder, and we also have some mock-ups of some knobs. This one is 17 by 15. And we also have a 13 by 13, which is kind of small when you look at it. And we also have another one, which is 25 by 15, which is kind of too big, at least for this version. I also went out and I have purchased some other knobs from AliExpress, like some of these that we have mocked up here. And I also got another one, which I will show you later, which we don't have a mock-up here, but we can definitely make one later. But okay, and one more thing that we did last time was to split the keyboard into 3 pieces, at least for the time of prototyping. So what we wanted to achieve was to be able to easily prototype this part for the horizontal encoder. So this part will be, actually it is easily swappable. And also this part, which is the volume controller. This one is also, this should be easy to swap for now because we have it detached from the whole keyboard. So what we did was redesign the bottom plate in a way that it will be holding the volume part, the volume encoder part. So we have those screw holes over here. And if we remove the bottom plate, let me quickly, yeah, so one part is this, so we can attach everything to the bottom bottom plate of the keyboard, I mean to the base of the keyboard by using this screw and this screw, and then the volume part we will attach by using this, and we can also easily change the bottom plate in case our volume part grows and we have like a bigger encoder. Let's say we need like 35 millimeters or something like that. So all we need to do is to redesign this part, the one that is now in yellow, and it should easily fit. I think also this part, okay, because this is one piece, okay. So that's the left side, or maybe actually right, because on the right side we have volume, on the left side we have our encoder, and the piece in the center, this one, it will remain unchanged. We don't have to do any work on this. And we finished our last stream by printing the parts. So today I have them all printed out, and they look like this. So this is our centerpiece. I have also the bottom parts. So this part goes for the volume encoder, like so, more or less like this. And we also have the housing for our horizontal encoder, which looks like this. Everything seems to be fine. So today our task is to assemble everything, check if this position that I chose to design first. Yeah, hello SG District Homes. Yes, today is something new. No coding today, maybe a little less CAD. Today is a bit of a manual labor. Glad that you managed to join. So yeah, today we will try to assemble this thing and assess if it's if this design is good or not. Can we use it for the keyboard? And if it's not good, then we'll have to redesign this part. We will have to either swap it like this, so rotate it by 180, and if not, then we will also, maybe we could try do it at an angle, maybe like this, or maybe like this. So we have few parts to design if our initial design doesn't work. And other than that, we can also do some work on this part, because I wanted to try a bigger encoder. I mean, maybe not the encoder, but bigger knob. This one is 35, if I'm not mistaken. But we can also try to model something that is bigger in diameter, and it might be easier to rotate later on with the finger. And also I think this one was a bit too tall to my liking. So yeah, so these are these two parts that we have to do today, but first we have to assemble everything and see if it works. Okay, so I have a screwdriver, and today I also received in mail one of the knobs that I have purchased, and this one is I think it's 20. Oh, it's 15. Okay, a bit difficult to grab. It's 15 by 20. And looking at it, if we take the housing, it looks like it might be a good fit. It's kind of a little bit bigger than the housing. We can fillet these edges maybe later on. Maybe make the walls a little bit thinner. So this looks like a good candidate. and it's I think it's called knurled on the sides, so there should be good traction when trying to rotate. But sadly I don't think it's gonna fit to the default prototype, so that will be one more part that we'll have to redesign later. But first I would like to check how does it look like with our latest prototype, if it's in this position, whether it's good to rotate or not. So I have a few screws over here and a screwdriver. I was wondering if only one screw will be enough for this mount over here. So I guess soon we will find out. Maybe adding this one was like a waste of time. Okay, it's not the prettiest mount, but should do. Okay, so next one goes the encoder. Also looking at it, it seems that maybe I went a little bit too far. It's a little bit too tight, and I think I should have made this opening a bit longer. But I hope I'll be able to push it through. Okay. Went through, no problem. And it clipped in. Okay. So this part is moving now, but maybe if we lay it down flat, maybe it will be okay. Okay, so I can try this knob. I wonder if it fits. No, it doesn't. So it's a bit too big. Yeah, but we didn't account for it, so that's fine. Nothing to be worried about. We have still our smaller ones. I think this one is 13 by 13. It's kind of too small. I will go with this one. I think that one was 15 by 13 or 17 by 15. Yeah, I think this one is 17 by 15. So I can put it here. And I also have some keys to make it look more how it's gonna look like when it's fully assembled, and to have like the proper sensation if this is the correct prototype, I mean, if this is the correct version, or whether we need to change something. Because if I try it without the keys, it might seem okay, but then when I add the keys in the final version, it might turn out that actually no, it's not good because something is getting in the way. So I also have some keys. Actually switches. I bought the cheapest one I could get on AliExpress, and these are meant to be demolished. Most of them have broken legs already. Yeah, and this will be the first time I will be able to check the mouse keys over here, which we have also had just recently. Oh, as I said, most of the pins are already bent, but I never meant to use these keys, so that's fine. I just wanted something for testing like this. so I don't have to worry about them too much. Oh, this one is totally wasted. And I also have some keycaps, one of my favorite ones. I'm just gonna put them randomly. Well, actually for this I should pick maybe longer ones, but this will do for now. Okay, Mi Box, mine as well, but when it comes to hand wiring, I don't like it. I can't stand it. But I agree, I prefer this to coding, for example, when nothing works and there's no hammer to smash it. Okay, so we have it assembled, more or less. So let's take a look. How's our encoder? So let's say we will be holding the keyboard like this, and now we want to scroll. Okay, so the first thing I have noticed that it's too low. How could I miss that? Actually, it's so obvious that those keys are kind of tall. So as you can see, it's the encoder over here is too low, and now the question is, if I had it higher, wouldn't this part be getting in the way? Because usually the keyboard is held at an angle like this, more or less, when you're typing on it. It's the most convenient way, the most comfortable. So now when I move my hand to scroll and I have it here, it might happen that this part will be getting in the way. Okay, so I can already tell that we have one more design to redo, so we need to lift this one up higher to check. Then maybe I should also make one more piece rotated 180, and when I look at it, if I have it like this, makes me wonder if at any angle, if I had it like at this angle, for example, so I can have it like over here, maybe the encoder like this. That would be nice, because it wouldn't be getting in the way this much, because the whole housing will be like behind this key, and I would have like direct access to the encoder, either this or this this way. Yeah, so like 45 degrees looks promising as well. Okay, and now I would like to check the volume encoder, which goes here, and what we need to do is to attach it somehow to the bottom plate. So that's the piece. Okay, It's always difficult to thread a fresh print, especially when the screw is a little bit bigger, like M3. Maybe different screwdriver. This one was more handy because it could reach all the way to here. This one is a little bit too thick, and if I want to do it like this, I won't be able to reach this well. Okay, got it right. And one more screw. So it looks like our plan seems to be working with those swappable parts. And how do we attach the something is amiss here. Have I printed it wrongly? Kind of odd. That would be our bottom plate, which goes here. And then we have this one. Oh, anyway. Okay, this one seems to hold right, and now I can attach this over here. So yeah, it fits kind of perfectly. So this way I can test it if I want to have it taller, smaller, bigger. Maybe I should get an encoder for it as well, and then we can screw it in. And maybe also add like a proper knob. I'll be right back. Okay, found one knob. And some more as well. Okay, I have these, but these are non-threaded, so we can't really use them. I think I should throw them away, just a waste of space. Okay, these are the ones that I was looking for. Okay, so we have two different ones. Are they the same height? Yeah, more or less the same. So that doesn't really make any difference. Yeah, I guess I'll go with this one. And I think we're gonna need some pliers for that. There isn't much space. I designed it a little bit tight, but that's actually good. Okay. It even seems to be straight, which is rather a challenge. Let's put a knob on it. I don't think I have a 35 one. Or maybe I do. I think that's the one. Yeah, so currently I'm using the same one. I think this one is 35. But I find it a little too tall. Yeah, 34, 35. I think I would rather go with maybe bigger diameter, but smaller height. Okay, seems I don't really need too many screws, one is enough to hold it in place. Okay, looks kind of nice actually. I am surprised. I mean that it looks this good. Okay, let's take a look on these keys. Okay, I think I'll have to compare with the current keyboard. Well, they seem to be okay. Like seems like the placing of those keys is quite good. Okay, I'll try to unplug my keyboard. I hope the stream won't explode. Let me just move it a little. Okay, so We have the prototype on the left and the current one on the right. Okay, yeah, so it's not that bad actually. So this key seems to be in a good spot to be left mouse button compared to this one. Yeah, it's quite nice. Then we can make this one the right mouse key, and the middle one will be here under the thumb, just like it is now, because this one is not used that often, so I think it should be okay to keep it under the thumb. Yeah, but I think I should also quickly dig out some of the keys of this size and to be able to compare, like if they do not interact with each other. Like it might happen that one of the keys is blocking. Yeah, the issue with the keyboard is that it might seem okay when it's not fully assembled, like now when I'm testing it. It seems to be fine, but then when you start using it, the first few minutes, all the issues pop up almost instantly, and you see that, okay, this is not good, this is not a good design, and you already know that, you know, all this work was for nothing, because like with this one you have to redo the whole thing. It's not very easy. It's not that easy to reassemble it because it's hand wired. Okay, let me do a quick check if I have those keys and we can swap them. I will be right back. Okay, I think we can pick up something from this bag. They seem to be a little bit bigger than the ones that I am using. Or maybe it's a different size only. Okay, so I guess this one is 125. So this one should be 1.5. So I need one more 125. And I think the original one, the last one is 2. Like this. So maybe one more. Okay, so I think they're different shape a little, different profile. Hmm. It's difficult to prepare all the things that we'll be needing for the stream, so that's why I have to leave you for a second to find the stuff that I need. So I guess I have found the original keys. Somehow there aren't many left. But I think I can find to 125. Maybe these are not 125. All the shapes look kind of similar. I also have these. Maybe we'll have more luck over here. Okay, I think this is also a different profile. Well, I guess I'll have to restock the keycaps. So let's take this out. So if I put 125, okay, there is some space left still over here, so it's not really colliding. Okay, this might work. One more, and the last one, let's do the bigger one. Okay, a quick look. Okay, so the middle mouse key, which I intend to put over here, it's okay to reach. It's under the thumb. And then if I want to click the mouse, I will use this one, the orange one. So yeah, it's okay actually. And the left one is also easy to reach with the middle finger or finger, and then we can repurpose these two, so it won't be this won't be mouse keys anymore. So maybe like a tab, space, yeah, might come handy. Okay, so that's kind of all right. So we don't have to redesign the mouse keys. At least it would seem so. There is no collision. There is space left, so that shouldn't be an issue over here. Even if we use like a bigger keycaps, I think these are fairly large already, so I don't think you can find bigger ones. Maybe if I try to swap this key with the standard size one from this profile. Let's take F5 for example, and if I stick it here, Yeah, there is still plenty of space. Yeah, that's very nice, actually. That's very good. Okay, and then comes the encoder. So how does it look like with this volume encoder? If I had it smaller, and then instead of grabbing it like that, maybe front view, instead of grabbing it like that, I would like to just put the finger and just rotate. If I can get like a different knob for it. Because if it is like this, so it has to be taller, so I can grab it and rotate without hitting the keys. And yeah, looks like the spacing here is correct as well, so I can freely rotate and I am not hitting those keys at all. So I think this will stay like that. I mean this gap. Well, it doesn't really look that bad with those keys. It's tall anyway. All those keys, it all adds up. Yeah, but still we can prototype different version for the 35 or 32 millimeters, but one that is smaller in size. This one was kind of chunky. I don't know if I like it. Okay, so we have to redo this part and figure out this one as well. So maybe we'll start with this part, and in the meantime we can start the print. And while this one is printing, we can focus on this part, because here we need to do at least maybe 2 or 3 different versions. So I want to rotate. First of all, we have to lift it up a little because it's too low, definitely. And once we lift it up, we can definitely use this knob on it as well. So that would be one version. Another one to rotate it by 180. And then maybe explore if we can have it at an angle of maybe 45 somehow, and then make one more mount. So while this one will be printing, we can work on this. And I think in terms of manual labor for today, that will be it. Because I was hoping this one will fit better, but it doesn't. Well, this is my mistake. I overlooked the height of the keyboard, and yeah, so you can clearly see that it's like too low. It has to be at least at the same level as the key over here, the housing. So yeah, I guess we have to get to work and back to CAD. I hope connecting the keyboard back won't kill the stream. Okay, it works. Okay, so let's take a look what we need to do. we have to redesign this part. And maybe first, let me check those knobs on AliExpress. Yeah, I think one of these arrived today. What are the dimensions? Okay, it's in inches. So that doesn't really tell much. Oh yes, I was looking at this one. So it's 32 by 13. And the one that I have currently is it seems like it's 18 more or less. So that will be a little bit smaller. Yeah, but what I like about it is this part. So this should be nice to just put your finger and rotate and control the volume. Ah yeah, and another thing was I was also thinking of using this for the horizontal scroll. So instead of having this encoder, we can use the small ones like this. That will greatly enhance the footprint of the keyboard. Yeah, but something worth exploring as well. So this is 35 and this one is 32. So this might be a little bit of a problem. Because we still have to accommodate for the piece, for the audio jack that is connecting both parts. And it goes all the way here. Well, we do have some space left. We can make the walls smaller. So if I make a new component over here and just do like a quick mock-up. So from the center, and we want 32. So yeah, that is not that much actually compared to the original. But technically I could even make it smaller just by shrinking the outer size. Okay, so this one is smaller by 5 millimeters. It says it's 13 millimeters and this one is 18. 70.4. Yeah, and I also have a import where you can see all the keys, how high they are. Okay, so I guess I will continue with this one. We can make the opening for the mini jack over here. Well, actually, we have to do it a little bit different. Not like this. I think I will just start because the mini jack is over here. Yeah, and I have a cutter already done. But I can show you on stream how to make it, how to cut it later. And I think I also have one jack that I can install over here, but this one is a little bit different. So I will just copy this and then we can place it inside. Okay, so the mini jack looks like this once it's installed inside. I just have to move it to this wall. Yeah, so there's like a tiny clip over here that will prevent it from sliding out. This makes it a little bit hard to push in the jack. I mean the socket actually for the jack. Well, it's fine. Yeah, so we need something like that in our new design. Okay, let's change name for this one. This will be our volume, maybe 32. Okay, because the original one was 35. Okay, so if I want to have a piece that I will be able to cut out the shape for the audio jack. So what I want to do, I want to have the walls first, and the walls usually I make 1.2. So while I'm here, I can just copy this wall and paste it, and then pull it out by 1.2. Then I can do the same with this one. And pull it out 1.2. Okay, then these two I can just do a quick rectangle. But this one actually we will pull back to here. And then we need to have a circle that will be the opening for just the socket for the jack. Like this. And I can pull it all the way to the shape over here. And we also have to accommodate for the pins or for the legs, however you call it. So we have to make it at least the height of the bottom. Okay, we have a surface that we don't need over here. And I have to change name for this because later on we will be moving it towards the correct position. So it will be the same as the name of the attachment. So it's going to be volume 32. And for now we don't need it because I have a proper position of every audio jack, audio socket for every variation. So I have a for the trackball, I have a for the circuit, and for the 35 encoder. And now we will be doing for the volume. Okay, I can add those shapes together. So it's like one body now. And I think I have to rotate it because it was upside down. Ah, no, okay, it was correct because, yeah, so that's the correct orientation like that. So what we have now is this, and we have our jack. Well, actually, if I make it a little bit taller, then I can accommodate the whole socket inside. So if I just pull it up for 1.2, yeah, initially I was thinking I will make a shape and I will just cut it out. But technically what I built now is like the housing for the socket anyway. So I can actually cut it out from there. Okay, but there's one more thing because I would like to have it align. So this part is aligned with the circle, somewhat like this. And the question is, can I move it back like that? because this shape, this body is like the full housing for the audio socket. So once we have it attached to this part, which is the base for the volume knob, then from the inside we can cut out the shape of the socket. But first I would like to align it properly with this body. So let's see if we can move it all the way to this point. No, it will go all the way to the circle. And if we try moving it around this part, okay, first we need to align it somehow. Maybe we can try doing a line and then making it construction line, so it's not really being extruded or anything like that. Well, I think this one is misaligned, is it? Yeah, it was a little bit crooked. Okay, if I try to move it like this from this wall to here, and then I will try to put an anchor over here and move it towards this point where the construction line meets like the diameter of the volume knob. It looks like it's kind of still misaligned in a way. Let me check that. This should be okay. Something is off here. Okay, I think now it's correct. If you look from the top, yeah. Okay. So maybe now if I select this whole body, and maybe I will be able to move it on the edge of the volume knob. So I can use this one, move along trajectory, and I can select the edge as a trajectory and see. Okay, so it's rotating. Maybe you can select maintain orientation. Would that change anything? Okay. So not quite what I wanted. Okay, I will make one more line over here And I will also make it the construction line. Okay, let's try to align this edge with this part. Okay, like this. Okay, but it's not quite right yet because it's too deep. So we would like that to be, we would like this wall. Sometimes this app has a different, like a strange way to rotate things. So I want this wall to be kind of flushed with this, something like that. Okay, so I think I can make a, if I make a line like this and I make it construction, would that allow me to move it this way? And this is, okay, there is no, so I have made a mistake. This construction line we can remove. It's not doing its job. What we want is from here. So where the intersection is. Okay, and now we try to move from here. I want this edge to match with this. Okay, perfect. Almost. So now we have this part sticking out a little. But this one we can always pull back. Okay. So it's okay now. Okay, I think we won't be needing this because we will cut it from the shape anyway. Okay, so this is something like housing for our audio socket. So it should be able to fit the whole socket, and we left 1.2 on every wall to accommodate for it. Okay, so somewhere over here I had a audio cutter that looks like this. Oh, this is USB, and I think I have the audio as well. Ah, it's over here. Yeah, so it looks like this, more or less. But we will make a new one. So I think these construction lines, okay, I will leave them be for now. I can fold this because we won't be needing this part. Okay, so we are here in our volume 32. I think these two shapes, these two bodies, I think we can combine together. Yeah, let's do that. If I want to rotate properly, I have to hover over the body that I want to rotate around, and only then it's okay. I suppose, okay, selecting doesn't really change anything. I think there's a setting in the options somewhere. I'm gonna leave it like that. I just need to get used to it. Okay, so our audio jack, which is here. So we have to move it to be in the center like this. And now we have to select the whole body, and we would like to have it flashed with the bottom like this. Okay, let's see how far is it to here. Okay, 1.2, so that's fine. So let's move this piece inside so that only the jack is sticking out like so. So I will make a cutter over here. I will hide this for now. So basically the cutter, I'll just have to follow the shape of the audio jack. Just that, like, instead of doing the legs, I will just go all the way down. So we can technically even do it very fast. You can just copy paste all the walls like this one. Control C and Control V. Okay, we not sure what it copied, not what I wanted. I wanted this one. And now I can pull it to here. And now maybe from the back, copy and paste this wall, and then pull it all the way to here. And now pull it to the bottom of the leg, like so. If we hide this one, okay, we have a decent cutter for our purpose. Let's just make it one piece, one body. Is this one body already? Okay, yes, so that's one body over here. So now when I bring back the whole encoder assembly, it looks like this. Okay, so I think we can try to cut out the shape from the assembly. So I will try to do it like this. Okay, first I have to enable the whole shape because I can't cut from something that is not enabled. So I would like to, from this, cut this piece. I have combined instead. One more try. So from this one, okay, forgot it's not, if I hold the control key, I will combine. So no key, and then I can just cut, and I can remove this part. So I can hide the cutter now. Okay. We should have left a wall over here. think this one is okay, 1.2. Okay, I think the shape was okay. I mean, I should have moved it a little bit deeper. Okay, let's hide this because now I have the 35mm open. So let's hide this one, enable this one, and hide the cutter for now. So technically, okay, I will bring back the cutter. So I will move it. This was supposed to be flushed with this wall because I think the distance is 1.2. Okay, it's 2mm. Okay, so I will make it from here. I want it to be 1.2 like this. Okay, so I can quickly make a rectangle over here. And pull it to here. And now we can take this wall and cut out this shape. So now if I hide my cutter, yeah, it looks okay. This is 12.1 and this is 10.9. And how long is the audio jack? Okay, I left it for 2mm. And this is 12.1. So we definitely need more space. So over here, the distance from this limiter to here is 12.3. And this wall is most probably 1.2. Yes. Okay, so that's fine. So this is 12.3. Is this a yeah, this is separate part. That is great. So I can just copy from here and paste it to where I need it. Okay, we don't need the cutter now. This is some like a leftover cut. Okay, so let's move this one into the proper position. I want it to be in the center of this, and from here I want it to be 12.3. Okay. How far can we go with this? Okay, so that will be an issue maybe because this will make this wall a little bit too thin. Let's take a look because we still have to fit inside the encoder so we can have the same circle or like the same space as in the 35 because like the encoder is still the same. Let me quickly check what is the radius of this one. 9.5. Okay, so it's 19. I will make it 3.4 for now. Okay, 9.5, so it is like this. Okay, looks more or less okay. Maybe this wall, we can make it, let's say 1.2 away from here. I will have to, before we even print, we'll have to check if this part isn't too thin, because it might happen that while it's printing, it will just leave a gap over here. Okay, so one more thing that I need to check is what was the distance from the top of this of this one? What was the thickness of this? I can call it like a ceiling from here to 3.6. Okay, so I am off by 0.2 only. It has to be this thick because if it's not thick enough, then when we screw in the encoder, the knob will be quite a distance, like from the bottom. So there will be like a huge gap over here between the knob, on knob like this. Yeah, but that one is for a different size. Because it all depends on how big is the hole for the shaft. So this one is 13.4. But I think it stops on this one. Okay, so I think I can remove the scatter, maybe. Or should I keep it? Let's call it audio jack cutters. So I can move this one. It's from a different prototype. And I can also move this one. So I will just call this one volume 32. Let's call it cutter. And put it over here. So it won't bother us anymore in this spot. And we can hide it like this, and okay. Okay, one more thing, we need to have an opening for the shaft. So what is this? 3.45. So let's make a circle. 3.45 times 2. Okay, 6.9. Looks about right. Okay, I got it in the wrong body, but that's not a problem. I can just move the surface over here. And if I try to pull it now, if I do cut, would it cut? Yeah. It did cut, so that's okay. Okay, it's looking good. And the question is, what's the distance from here to here? 6.6. Let's take a look. Let's take a look how tall is the encoder itself. So how much space do we need from the bottom of the leg to the top? It's, let's say it's 10 millimeters. Yeah, and we have only 6.6. What if we cut the legs? 6.5. And technically we could just slice the legs over here at this point. Would that be enough to solder in the wire? Okay, maybe we don't need to have it this small, because if we take a look at the how do the keys look like, and that will be kind of very low, to be honest. Maybe I can quickly mock up one key, maybe this one. I will call this key mockup. Okay, so it's kind of low, and we can still add the knob. And our knob was 32 by 13. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look like with the knob. I think it's a little bit better, maybe. Taking into account that we have this thing to put the finger on, like this. So we don't have to grab like on the edge to rotate. We can just use the finger and just left and right. I hope this will be comfortable to use. So maybe we can leave it for now. The good thing is that as our approach was kind of good, because now all I have to do is to just print this one part and I can try it. I don't have to print the whole thing. So this is a good approach, especially for prototyping. Yeah, and we also will be able to see how does it look like when we put in the encoder inside, like how much does it stick out? Can we cut the legs, or maybe not? Maybe we should make it a little bit taller. Maybe like 1-2 millimeters. This might make a huge difference actually, and it still won't be this tall like overall. Okay, so I will just hide this for now, and we don't need our key mockup also. So I guess this part is almost finished. What we need to do now is just to add the bottom. So then we can attach it to our prototype. And I think this part we can just copy from our previous one. Okay, for now we don't really have to worry about it too much, as long as we can make those parts connect together. Okay, so I guess we won't be able to do it like that because it's starting to look very ugly. Okay, so I think I will just hide these parts. Okay, not this one. It would be easier to sketch something new. So let's go from here, 90 degrees. We can skip this one for now. And then we go to here, to here. Let's do it like this for now. Yeah, let's make it 45. And we can trim these parts because we don't need them. And now we can just project the remaining walls like this. And this should give us, yes, quite nice surface to extrude or pull, how it's called in this CAD. Yeah, looks quite nice. And one last thing, so okay, I can remove these because we won't be needing these parts anymore. So goodbye. Okay, and now we can, we have to create the bottom that will allow us to screw this whole part attached to our base plate. So let's take a quick look. How does the bottom looks like for this? Okay, so we're gonna be needing this and this screw only, and here we are free to do whatever we want. I will just create new body. I will call it bottom. Okay, so I can first sketch this part. I think I forgot to project something. Okay, so I just need to project this part, and this should do the trick. No, not really. Okay, one more try. Okay, now it worked. So I can make it tick. Okay, and one more thing is that we need to have the screw to attach the encoder, and also there is one more screw over here. So if I grab it like this, okay, so I can make this one easily. Let's make it chamfer. 1.4 should be good. Okay, and one more thing, we need to have few screws over here. So what we can do, we can make a circle. For example, okay, first we need to have a line. We would like to snap to grid, so let's make it like this. Because I would like to have it like in the middle. So like this. And I can change it to construction line, and then I can make a circle over here, which will be 2.9 for the screw. And then I can take this and I can rotate it around the shape of the encoder. And so to do that, I have to move it, and I have to move along the trajectory. I hope it will work with this one. And then before I move it, I just will hit this create patterns and see what happens now. Okay, not what I wanted. Okay, create patterns, and it's not really moving along. Okay, that is not a problem. I'm not quite sure if the issue is that the circle is not full or what. Okay, let's try. Let's make this one also construction. Okay, and now let's try to rotate this one. So pattern and around. Let's just, okay, now it works. So yeah, so the issue was that the circle wasn't complete. I think if we make just one, make like a cutter for the screw, and then go to the 3D view, I think in 3D view it would be able to figure out like the shape, how to rotate it, but that's fine. So we have pattern, we have this, and now we can just move it. So we want count 3, and here we can do 180. Okay, let's do 0. It should, okay, it should make it like, okay, so we want the distance to be 180 between each of one of them. Something's messed up. Okay, we want count 3. If you make 90, okay, so this is okay. And now maybe we can just rotate without making the patterns, because one hole is ended up like in our socket. Okay, so most probably we can't have that. So I will just move this one. So now I can unpattern. So every one of them is independent. And now if I move along trajectory, I will just move it maybe over here. Or we can leave it this one because it's not really that much important right now. All we need is like 2 holes, and this should be fine. It doesn't have to be super precise for now, at least. Okay, so we can pull them. Let's do like -8. Okay, we can remove the surface. I don't think it pulled them out. -8. Okay, now it's correct. -8, and this one -8 as well. And I think I can cut those shapes from them. So that's one. That's another one. And that's another one. If I hide this, okay, wrong one. These are the screw cutters. Okay, it looks okay to me. So I can remove this right now. And the last thing we need to do is to make at least two of them in our bottom plate. I can go like this and draw a circle. Let's choose this one and this one maybe. Okay. Oh, what happened? Okay, so seems like my keyboard is still having issues with the arm. Because today at work, the one with the circle hanged and this one just hanged as well. So I guess we won't be using arm. Unless we can figure out what's wrong with it. Okay, so let's bring back the encoder housing. And the bottom plate, because I just disabled it. Let's do chamfer 1.4. Okay, very close to the edge. But how about this one also? Very close to the edge, so that's also not ideal. Okay, so this is our smaller encoder. And I think this one is technically done. We have all the holes and we have everything that we need. Like the opening for the audio jack, audio jack socket. Here is the space for the encoder. It might be a little too small. We're gonna check if we can fit in, like together with the legs, or maybe we have to clip legs. Yeah, and this is the top. And this whole plate looks like this. And then when we attach it to the bottom, so that will be our bottom. Our bottom will be like this. So we can have this screw and this screw to attach to the base plate of the keyboard. And then we can use these two screws to attach the encoder. Okay, so let me export this one. I will just hide everything else. Okay, I think it's okay. I'm gonna call it volume 32. And now if I want to do the bottom, I need this piece. Let's see how the base look like. So we need this piece, and we need this piece. So that's the bottom. And this is the bottom part. So that will be the bot. Okay. So we have this done. So I think I can just start the print right now. Don't want to waste too much time. And so we hit 2 hours mark. Damn, it's taking so much time. Okay, let's see what we have. We have our volume 32. And we have the top. Let's arrange it. We're gonna be needing support. I'm not quite sure, maybe I should go with the normal one. How does it look? Okay, from the bottom. I don't want this small over here. Supports. Okay, this should be good. Okay, I think we can send it to the printer. Question is it on or not? Let me quickly check. Okay, just right now, it's asking if I want to install new firmware. Of course I don't. Oh, come on, work. What is wrong with this? What does the Bamboo Handy says about my device? Is it up or what? It says it's idle. Okay, one more try. Reboot always helps. Okay, I can home it. But I can't print. Okay, why is it offline? Okay, seems like there is no connection with the Wi-Fi. Okay, seems like we won't be able to break through this while streaming. I will look at it after the stream. And technically, since we finished the part that I wanted to print, I guess we can end on this one today. We still have some other parts to do, so we can do it on Friday. In the meantime, I will try to resolve the issue with the printer. And yeah, and I will print that. We can check it on Friday. And then on Friday, we will also do the rest of the templates for the horizontal encoder. And maybe by then I will also receive the remaining knobs that I have just ordered. So we'll have some real life knobs to test, like how they work, how they rotate. Yeah, it's a pity that it doesn't want to print. One more try. Yeah, no luck. No luck today. Well, there always has to be something wrong with the stream, either camera or no sound, no printer, and this kind of stuff. Anyways, we made it till the end. Thank you for joining. Join me on Friday when I will continue the work. And hopefully I can get the printer up and running by then. So we can actually maybe finish those templates and finally find one that will be good. I'll be satisfied with it. Okay, by then, have a good rest. Enjoy your week, and I see you on Friday.